Good morning, my students. I'm Miss Tania Poveda. Today we're going to start with Accounting 2. So welcome to this class. Let's start with a short review about accounting. Do you remember what accounting is? In case you don't, I will tell you right now. So accounting, it's a process. What kind of process? Okay, it's a process of recording, reporting, analyzing, and interpreting financial data and accounting information, which is then communicated to internal and external users of this information. The most important thing here are these blue words that we can read here: recording, reporting, and analyzing. And interpreting, yes. Who's going to use this information? Users, internal or external users. Okay? So this is just a short review about what accounting is. In other words, they are all the transactions that you record and report to be analyzed and interpreted for users of accounting info. If you pay attention to the arrow here in the middle, you will see that it's a whole process. Okay? Do you remember now? Good. Let's continue. We're going to start with pay and benefits. This is the first part. It's about wage, salary, and benefits. So let's pay attention to this. You're going to listen a story about Lisa, and I want you to pay attention because then I would like you to understand and to be able to tell me what's the difference between salary and benefits. Okay? So Lisa is going to tell you a story. Well, actually, it's me who's going to tell you the story, but it's about this girl. And in the end, I want you to know the difference between salary and benefits. Okay? So this is Lisa, and she's going to tell you what happened to her. Okay? Well, she got a job. As you can see, she's a pretty lady and young, and she's very happy because she just signed a contract for that job. Why is she so happy? Because she just finished university 3 months ago. So probably she's so young that she couldn't believe that she will get a job that soon, and she did it. Where does she work now? Now she's working as an employee in electronics company, which apparently is a very big company. Because she is an entry-level employee, she can get like the highest salary right now. She's earning $1,500 a month. And she emphasized that this is a big company and that it's the minimum wage in this company. No matter that it's the lowest salary, she's happy because the company is really good. Why? Because after 6 months, she can have health insurance and dental benefits. Okay? After a year, she can enroll in a retirement plan if it's her choice, if she wants to. She can be part of this plan too. And also she can buy some shares in the company for a discount price. So she can be part of the owners or the shareholders. Now she's a little sad because she said, okay, however, she can't be paid overtime until 1 year. Okay, so she's not getting money for overtime this time after a year. And she needs to wait for 1 year before asking for vacation. Okay? Still, she feels she's so lucky to have a job that soon. Remember that she's pretty young and just graduated from university, and now she's working for a big company of electronics. with a lot of benefits and with a good salary. Okay? So did you pay attention to the difference between salary and benefits? Good, because now we're going to check some keywords about this unit. Keywords that we're going to use a lot. So pay attention. In the story, did you identify what a salary is? Okay, basically a salary is the money that you receive for a job. When? It depends on the contract. It can be weekly, it can be every 2 weeks, or it can be monthly, every month. Usually here in Ecuador, you receive your salary the end of each month. Sometimes every 15 days. It depends on the contract, but it's the whole amount of money that you receive. Okay? Easy, right? And then we have wage. This word here, wages, it's in plural, and we're talking about money too. In this case, it's the money that you receive for a job, but it's not only for a job, it depends on the hours. So it's going to vary. It means more hours you work, more money you receive. It's different than salary because in that case, you receive per hours. So here we have again the question. Do you know the difference between salary and wage now? So salary is a whole amount of money that you receive in a specific period of time that depends on the agreement you have with the company, and wage it's going to depend on the amount of hours that you work. In both cases, we're talking about money for a job. Now let's check this. Fringe benefits. Can you identify the pictures around the vocabulary words? Fringe benefits. So we have an ambulance, we have entertainment, food, gym, education, etc. Okay, what are fringe benefits? Something we have to understand is that not all companies offer benefits. Benefits are part of employees' salary. It means you receive your salary and you get these benefits included there. So you don't have to worry about looking for these benefits outside the company. They are already included. Again, not all companies offer these benefits, but because companies want their employees healthy and happy and educated, they are going to offer these benefits. There is a difference with perks. Perks are benefits too. Pay attention. In both cases, you're going to receive something extra. But I want you to pay more attention to this picture here, or maybe to this one. If you pay attention in this picture about perks, you're going to see things like pretty much the same as the others, but here you have like extra gifts or maybe travels. What's the difference between perks and benefits? In both cases, you receive something extra. When we're talking about benefits, we're talking about extra things that you are going to receive included in your salary. When we're talking about perks, the difference is that in this particular case, they are things like auxiliary things, like to do a job more comfortably. So they are auxiliaries. You don't need them to work, but in case you need something extra at the moment, the company is going to give it to you. But don't worry too much if you tell me like, this company has good perks or this company has good benefits, everybody will understand, okay? This is just a new word for everybody, okay? So in both cases, they are positive things extra things that you receive. In the case of benefits, included in your salary. In the case of perks, extra auxiliaries to do better your job. Sometimes you have to pay for them. Okay? You probably have heard in your houses when your parents or someone is talking about benefits and perks. If you want something extra from besides what the company is offering to you, maybe your parents need to pay an extra amount of money to get perks. Not always, but sometimes you have to pay some extra money for that. You got it? So perks are like more specific things. And here in this picture, we have some examples of benefits and perks. If we want to be more specific, we can classify each of them like, oh, this is benefit, this is perk, but I can't do it right now because it depends on the company. It depends if the company includes the benefits in the salary or if it's a perk, something extra, something auxiliary, you need to do your work. So for example, if you need to visit a client, you are a seller, dental insurance is going to help you to do that job better? To go and visit the client? No, right? So in that case, it's a benefit. But maybe the company gives you a cell phone with a plan so you can call your clients whenever you want. You are using this service as a perk because it's helping to do your work better. You see now the difference maybe a little bit better? What about company car, for example? If you need to visit clients and you don't need to take a taxi, you can use the company car. In that case, it's a benefit or it's a perk? Tell me. It's a perk. You're right. What about a plan retirement? Plan of retirement. What do you think? Usually they are optional. Usually. So if it's optional, you can tell your company, yes, I want to be part of this, and the company is going to take an amount of money of your salary and save it for you. In that case, it's a benefit because it's going to be taken from your salary and you're going to save directly from your salary. So you're working on your pension for the future. Here in Ecuador, we have the government pension, but sometimes big companies, they have this service, like a retirement plan. So you can have like, let's say that you have two options. If you happen to be in a company that offers this kind of plans too. Okay? So we have an example of perk because you use it directly to do better your job, and you have an example of benefits. Now we know the difference between benefits and perks. Okay, other important keyword is overtime. So legally here in Ecuador, you should or you have to work 40 hours a week. So if you work 5 days a week, it means you have to work 8 hours a day. It depends on your contract and it depends on the company. If you work more than 8 hours, you are going to earn more money and receive some extra money for overtime. It means if you every day work more than 8 hours a day here in Ecuador. In other countries could be the same or could be different. There are places where you need to work 6 hours a day and others you need to work 10 or 12 hours a day. It depends on the country, it depends on the company, it depends on your contract. Anyway, If it's more than the time you agreed in the contract, that extra time is going to be called overtime. Oh, this is something really important. When you're working, you earn money. Earn money. You never say win money or gain money. You say earn money. Maybe if you're in a casino, you can say gain money, but that's not the way we use it. We use earn money. Okay? This is just like a tip. So when you talk about your salary, you don't say, yeah, I earn this amount of money. You don't say I win this amount of money. You say I earn this amount of money. Okay? Even the translation in Spanish is the same. It's the same translation, but in English it's different. You use earn money and not win money or gain money. Okay, tips. And I like this one, especially here on the right. Tips is that extra money that it's something you want to give extra for a job or for a service. The most common example is when you tip a waiter or a waitress in a restaurant. It's very common. Here in Ecuador, it's like, okay, if you give a little amount of money, but in other countries, it's like they have like a standards percentage. So it can be 10, 15, 20, 25% of the amount of your purchase. Okay, so if you, let's say that if in a restaurant you ate and your bill was $100, you have to tip $10 at least. You can give more if you want. Here in Ecuador, it's like, okay, like $2, $3, $5. But in other places, they have like a standards. That's also a cultural thing, which is really nice to be generous when you tip a person because those people need that money to complete their month's expenses. Okay, but that's not the case right now. I'm just explaining. So there are two ways to tip. Here on the left, it's like the old-fashioned tip. You give cash or you put some cash in a bottle if you go to a bar or to a restaurant. On the right, it's like the new way to tip. Remember that right now we are working digitally. You are receiving information and services online, or sometimes you order food or you order things, or you buy something, or you had contact with a seller or something like that. Now, if you visit some of these kind of sites, websites, they are in the end, when you finish your purchase, they are going to ask you if you want to tip. And they are going to give you the option how much, and then you can choose. So this is the new way we tip. I'm going to ask you something now. What kind of people can you tip? Or what kind of jobs can you tip? Usually the most common examples are waiters or waitress, but you can also tip sellers, for example. You can tip a taxi driver. You can tip nurses or advisors. It depends also on the culture, on the place where you are, because it's not the same everywhere. So make sure when you travel, when you visit other place, to know the tip rule, so you will get a good and a better service. That's just an advice. Okay, commission. This is very similar in Spanish, and you probably already know what that is, but it's my obligation to explain, so I'm going to tell you. Let's suppose that you are a seller. So you sell something. You sell cars or houses or all kind of products or services. So a little percentage of that total sale is going to be a commission. So if you did the sale, you get the commission. If other seller did it, well, that other seller will get the commission. And this is pretty common when you buy big things like cars and houses. But sometimes when you go to some other stores, sometimes you have sellers around you, like they want to help you like a lot. Usually they do it because they need to complete their minimum of sales. And after that, they are going to receive a commission. So it's a little percentage over the sale. Okay, easy, right? And it's pretty similar in Spanish. Just pay attention on the spelling, double M, double S. Okay, bonus. You see the gift in the picture? Okay, bonus. First of all, they are not obligation. The companies are not obligated to give you bonus. But usually when they get some extra money because they had a good year, because they had a great sale, so they can take this money and do these two things. One, give some extra money to all the employees, or give gifts to the employees. So here in the picture, we have a gift, but it can be also money. And this is only if they have like some extra incomes in the company. And it's going to vary year after year or month after month. And obviously it's pretty similar in Spanish, so probably you already knew that word too. Okay, all those benefits that I told you are called benefits package. Okay, so here in the picture you can see some of the benefits that I mentioned, maybe other benefits too. The idea is that you know that all of those benefits together are benefits package. Okay? So now you know something new. And you had a new friend, Lisa. Well, what do you have to do now? I'm going to send this to Educai, and they are the same words that I just explained. Well, you have to use them to write a paragraph telling a story like Lisa's stories. So you can make up a story, or if you want to tell me something about someone you know, it's okay. You can write a paragraph, maybe two if you need to, but the most important thing is that you use correctly these 12 words here. Okay, all the words I just explained you. So if you need to watch the video again, you are free to do it. Or you can ask me questions. Feel free to text me or to send me an email. Okay? So that's it for today. Thank you very much. I hope that you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye, guys.